Have you ever seen a photo that made you stop and rethink everything you thought you knew about a celebrity? Today we're talking about Priscilla Presley. Yes, Elvis Presley's former wife and a public figure in her own right, and a recent set of photos that show her in a way a lot of people weren't expecting: natural, unfiltered, and quietly powerful. Stick with me because these images aren't just another celebrity snapshot. They're part of a bigger conversation about image, privacy, and what real beauty looks like. First, a bit of background. Priscilla Presley has been in the public eye for decades. She's done acting, run business interests related to Elvis's legacy, and become a cultural figure many people associate with glamour and classic Hollywood. For years, fans have seen carefully styled portraits of her: glamorous hair, precise makeup, and stage-ready looks. But the photos we're looking at now toss that script out the window. When we say going bare in this video, we're not talking about anything scandalous. We mean something simpler and, in many ways, more radical. Priscilla's shown without heavy makeup, without airbrushing, and without the usual celebrity polish. These are images where you can see the little things that make a person unique: skin texture, laugh lines, freckles, a soft smile. In a social media era built on filters and retouching, seeing a public figure in this honest light feels refreshing to a lot of people. Oh, why does this matter? For starters, it humanizes someone who's often been remembered only in relation to a legend. Priscilla was once part of the most famous love story in rock and roll history. But she's also a person who has lived her life in front of cameras, navigated loss, and grown into a very different role: a manager of legacy, an actor, and someone who makes her own choices. These candid photos remind viewers that fame doesn't erase the human behind the image. Another reason these images hit a nerve is because of how carefully we're conditioned to evaluate celebrity appearances. When we constantly see perfected images of public figures, it becomes easy to compare ourselves to impossible standards. Photos like Priscilla's push back against that. They say, this is a real person with a real life and real looks, and that reality is valuable, that there's also a privacy conversation here. Celebrity photos always raise questions about consent and context. Were these released by Priscilla herself? Were they taken during a private moment? We should always consider whether any image circulated online was meant to be public. Respect matters. If a famous person chooses to share an unfiltered look, that's empowering. If photos are published without their blessing, that's a problem. Either way, these pictures spark a needed reminder. Fame doesn't grant permission to strip someone's privacy away. The reaction has been interesting. Many fans have thanked Priscilla, whether directly or in comments across social posts, for showing what aging and authenticity look like. Others found the images surprising only because they challenged the long-held Hollywood script that older women must shrink, hide, or change. And then there are the critics. We always expect a range of opinions when someone defies expectations. The important part is the conversation that follows, about choice, dignity, and representation. What can we take away from Priscilla's photos? A few things. 1. Natural beauty is real beauty. The little lines and marks that make our faces unique tell stories of laughter, stress, joy, and resilience. 2. Authenticity in public figures matters because it gives everyone else permission to be authentic too. When someone visible chooses to be seen as they are, it lowers the bar of perfection for the rest of us. 3. Privacy should be respected. If pictures are shared without consent, that's wrong, no matter who the subject is. If you're watching this and feel pressure to look a certain way because of social media, remember this: people in the spotlight are still people. Their perfect photos are often a team's work: stylists, lighting, filters, not a daily standard. The images of Priscilla remind us that the person underneath matters far more than a flawless face. Let's end with a question for you. After seeing these photos, do you feel differently about how celebrities present themselves online? Would you like to see more public figures show unfiltered moments? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every one. If you liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more stories that dig deeper than the gossip, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and remember, real people, real stories, and real photos can teach us a lot more than any perfect portrait ever could.